Rennie Bourque is right on him. Just about stole the puck and Girardi recovered. Kreider, checked by Gionta. From the blue line, Yemlin throws one at the net, and Lundqvist had to make his first big save off Rennie Bourque from 2 feet.
On Smythe, he keeps it up in this round.
Straight up the middle is a backhander and a nice save. But a sprint to the net for Ryan McDonagh, who was initially drafted by the Canadiens. Dorsett double-teamed. Weaver and Beaulieu, a rookie. Nathan Beaulieu with a backhander out the center. Kevin Klein, awaited the arrival of the puck, sends it up the middle. Here's a chance off the wing by Pouliot as Brassard was knocked down and Price makes another save. Carl Hagelin, St. Louis trying to find some space in front. They'll go back to the point. Klein with a shot off a stick, and the Rangers get possession. Dominic Moore in front, they score! Marty St. Louis! And the New York Rangers get the first goal in the Eastern Conference Final. And what an emotional weekend this must be for Marty St. Louis. The start of a new series in the semifinal today and the funeral of his mother tomorrow. And there's another one for his family.
Well, and really it's been just such a rallying point for this Ranger team that he's right in the right place at the right time, but it's the pressure off of a broken stick. Bourneval not able to help out down low, and what ends up happening is the loose puck, a no-look pass, no pressure at all on Moore, and that puck goes right through the skates.
He's had a great playoff, a great impact on the New York Rangers as the season's worn on. And he's on the ice right now with another nifty pass in front of the net. Zuccarello scores! Constantly altering his lines, Alain Vigneault now has 2 goals, and Dominic Moore has engineered both of them.
Guys, this is the flip side from the game in Boston where we saw the Montreal Canadiens put pressure on the Bruins on defensive zone faceoffs. Here, a faceoff in the defensive zone for the Rangers. They get the puck in immediately, they attack. Look how quickly they're around the puck, and then throwing the puck to the net. They get some puck luck, and Carey Price with bodies all around.
He's on the ice right now with his centerman Brassard, as you mentioned, out of the lineup, and Dominic Moore is the center. Here's a 3-on-2 for Montreal. Lars Eller with a shot, and deep in his goal, as he's wont to play, Henrik Lundqvist makes the save. Played a playoff game against each other in 18 years. Dorsett taken out hard by Weaver. Beaulieu is there, loose puck, and a nice save by Price on Benoit Pouliot as the puck squirted loose, and Weaver and Dorsett go nose to nose. Dunna, Richards as the crowd forms in front. St. Louis side of the net. Kreider tried to make a play, and he couldn't get by Carey Price or Alexei Yemlin. He's trying to play the puck. He had to discard his stick. Bourque set to come back on. Nash has the puck. Penalty's over. Girardi's shot. Pouliot in front. Stopped by Carey Price. Loose puck. Eller to the blue line. St. Louis and Kreider up front. Marty St. Louis carries the puck on the fly. Kreider drops the puck off for Ryan McDonagh. Richards one-timer deflected, and Price has got it. And the Rangers start in their own zone. A long pass again for Kreider to rush onto. Catches the puck, gets to the net. Stopped by Price, who had no idea where the puck was. Alexei Yemlin had it on the other side. Moore double shifting. Played the puck back, and Brian Gionta gets it. Turns. Rennie Bourque gets through the neutral zone in a hurry. Passes back. Beaulieu with a shot. Another one. Stopped by Lundqvist. Loose puck. McDonagh's got it. Big pile up, and Gionta was in the middle of it. Canadians keep the puck in. Canadians get possession. Pacioretty turned and fired to Gallagher. He fires, and Lundqvist makes one of his tougher saves. A hard wrist shot by Gallagher. Wasted no time in getting the puck to the net. Good back check by Kreider to catch Gallagher. Brandon Pruss turns. Here's Bourneval. Got in ahead of Nash, put the puck on the net. Pruss couldn't get to the rebound. PK picks his way through the neutral zone. Onto the attack. Subban to his backhand. Tipped up. A giveaway. Weiss kept the puck in front. Pruss. Subban stopped by Lundqvist. What a save.
First 2 rounds, and that is electrifying the crowd. Very few players can electrify this crowd. And because of that, shots are now 5-1 in this period for the Montreal.
Going to have some traffic in front and get some shots through. From the blue line again, there's a nice save by Price, and another one off Stepan after the first shot by Mark Stahl. And then Gallagher. Lifted the stick of Brad Richards so he could get through the neutral zone. Kicked the puck up. Pacioretty takes a shot. There's a rebound. The Rangers got to it first. Moore won a battle. Desharnais takes him out and took the puck back. And his winger, Brendan Gallagher, with a long pass. Here comes Pacioretty. Shoots into the glove of Henrik Lundqvist. David Desharnais to Weaver, whose stick disintegrated, and it's a 2-on-1 the other way. St. Louis, Richards shoots, missed the net. Great chance for the Rangers to go up 3-0 with their two. Missed the net. The other side, Georges. Back into the corner, Gionta, quick centering pass, Bourque scores! Maybe now they've got a breakthrough. Gionta to Bourque, and it's a 2-1 game.
What he said about getting the puck to the net, there's a great example of it. The Canadiens get a bit of a break too, as the Rangers here felt that there should have been too many men on the ice on this dump in. Watch the change at the Montreal bench. It's Markov who's late coming. Puck comes all the way around. And the new man jumps on. Josh Georges plays it, but Markov wasn't even off yet. So that's what the Rangers were arguing about. And with bodies in front of the net, a quick pass, a shot that goes off the stick of Bourque and McDonough and over an unsuspecting Lundqvist.
Stallman got knocked down but got the puck up the boards. Here's Kreider trying to get away from Subban. Can't do it in front of the net. Subban couldn't make the play on Kreider, and now the puck is out of play. Pretty good period for Montreal, but a pretty good reaction to the Rangers too in settling things down after the goal. Up the middle, here's Kreider again, scores! Chris Kreider again in behind the Montreal defense. A huge late second period goal, and the Rangers are up 3-1.
Oh, stunned look by the coach, because Kreider just came out of nowhere. And this pass originally wasn't even going to him. It went right by, but watch, you get sleepy in the neutral zone. Yemelin knocks the puck a little bit, or actually Markov does.
Zuccarello steps in front of Richards. Looks towards the net, passes off, Richards shoots, he scores! What a play by Matt Zuccarello, and another quick strike by the New York Rangers, and a 4-1 lead late in the second period.
Another one for Price, just trying to find the speed. You're worried about the speedy Zuccarello going around and stuffing it at one time, so he starts to cheat off the side. And instead, Richards gets it on the backside. A great play behind the net by Zuccarello, but this speed has been a real issue. Turnovers a problem. PK Subban, blind backhand pass. Transition game. Richards communicating the whole way, a little backhand pass, and up.
And just about come up with the puck. Now it's come loose to the slot. Score! Ryan McDonough with a rocket of a shot after a fortuitous bounce, and the Rangers have a 5-1 lead.
Boy, the puck luck going the way of the Rangers as well. We saw that deflection by Markov that went right to Kreider coming down the wing. Well, this one, McDonough away from the play, not even a part of it, and watch the skate of Plekanec as Stepan tries to play it back to the point. It hits his skate, goes right up off, and Marty St. Louis just had to get out of the way.
Louis pass hit a skate. Richards hustles to hold the play onside. Keep the attack alive inside the Montreal zone. Stepan, Kreider's in front. St. Louis, quick shot, what a save by Budaj. Knocked out of the air, and St. Louis got it again. Richards, McDonough fakes the shot, slap pass, St. Louis in front, Stepan scores! Seems simply a matter of time. Derek Stepan gets the power play goal. And it's a 6-1 game for the New York Rangers.
Well, what a place to come in for Peter Budaj. He had all kinds of pressure. Here's the one that he was able to get across, take away the bottom part of the net as St. Louis went down on one knee. But this is just precision passing here and patience by a Ranger power play that has struggled mightily at times, but also has that ability to attack.
Girardi, centering pass, Zuccarello to Nash, he shoots, he scores! And they have awoken the sleeping giant. 7-1 New York.
Right on cue for you, Glenn, and a clear attack placed to try to get the puck to Rick Nash, and rightly so. And so often you see that middle guy with a one-timer, but this time instead Pouliot down low, Zuccarello in the high slot, and he knows exactly where Nash is going to be.
McCann is with Gionta and Bourque now. Turn back at the Ranger line, Derek Stepan. Brad Richards with a long shoot-in. Power play goals, one of them 5-on-3. And when they did start to bend a little in the second period, Henrik Lundqvist was at his best. As he is right there, making a save with all sorts of traffic in front. Army St. Louis pass intercepted by Lars Eller. He's got Bourneval with him as he takes a shot that is blocked. What a goal by Lars Eller, who didn't give up. Spun around and swatted in a short-handed goal.
Well, the most upset guy in the building is the guy in goal. That two things, that a little bit of a fumble in front of him, and then that he wasn't out aggressive enough and maybe not quite ready for a shot. And watch when this thing goes in. Eller with just a spin around. Stahl can't control it, and Lundqvist.
All about adjustments, and the Canadiens have some to make, maybe in their lineup, but certainly in their game to handle the speed of the Rangers. New York strikes first in the Eastern Conference Final.